Hi, today our topic is supply chain operations reference model, which is commonly, commonly known as SCORE model. So let's discuss about it, that what it is and uh, why it is there in the field for the supply chain managers. As it seems from his name, it is a reference model for the supply chain operations, and its definition is that supply chain operation reference model is a process reference model developed and endorsed by the Supply Chain Council as the cross-industry standard diagnostic tool for supply chain management. So basically it is a reference model used as standard diagnostic tool for supply chain operations in all industry across the world. So where you want to uh, set a supply chain operations, so you can take the reference from this model. Uh, this is the main purpose of it, and it is like standardization of supply chain operations all over the world, which is endorsed by the Supply Chain Council. So let's see what it is. Okay, if you are looking at the picture, you can see that it is like a planning all over the supply chain management participants or the partners. So it has divided into 5 different segments or portions. Uh, the, the middle one is your company where you are working, and on your upstream is your supplier, and then suppliers, and then downstream is your customer, and then customer. And it is like if you will say one is your upstream and one is your downstream, it is internal and external, and also internal and external. So this is a kind of a pictorial representation of the supply chain operation reference model. So while I was making this presentation and looking at this picture, it seems to me look like this model is like an umbrella which is covering all the supply chain management. So from supplier to customer. So I add this picture to see that how it looks when you are seeing it as a reference model. In the beginning, I try to define the supply chain operation reference model according to its definition. So let's now see what actually it is. So it is a supply chain framework structure model which explains the linkage in the business of the following. As we know, when we're talking about any model's definition, basically it tells us that what it contains and how they are interacting among themselves. So that is the definition of model. So basically it is also telling us, it is showing us a framework of the linkages in the business, which are like process, performance metrics, practices, people skills into a unified way. So when we see the picture of that model, we will see that it shows us the interconnection of processes, performance metrics and practices, and the people skills. So what they are telling, this model tells us about everything: processes, performance metrics, practices, and the best practices, and the people skills. So let's first start with the process. SCORE is based on the 6 distinct management processes. If you are management student, you know about all these things. This planning, sourcing, making or manufacturing, delivering, distributing, returning, and then enabling or supporting process. So if you are familiar with the supply chain management, so you probably know these things, that what supply chain management is. So these are the processes. So let's discuss one by one. So as all we know, the plan is a process that balance aggregate demand and supply to develop a course of action which best meets sourcing, production, and delivery requirements. So we plan for sourcing, production, and delivery requirements to meet the demand of our customer. Next is sourcing. These are the processes that procure goods and services to meet planned or actual demand. So we locate from where we can get the goods and services to meet the demand of our customers. Then make or manufacturing. So these are the processes that transfer a product to a finished state to meet again the requirements of our customers actual or planned. So this is the another process in which we manufacture the goods or transfer them from raw material to finished goods. The next one is delivering. So after finishing the goods, then we will deliver goods to our customers. Processes that provide finished goods and services to meet planned or actual demand, typically including order management, transportation management and distribution management. So basically it is a total distribution system which we are doing to deliver the goods to our customers. Another process which we have to do in our supply chain management, which usually we don't want to do, these are the returns. So these are the processes associated with the returning or receiving return products for any reason. These processes extend into post-delivery customers support, or this is basically part of our customer service after sale. So if there is any issue or problem, we take this good back, and this is another process we do in supply chain management. After those processes, which are the main processes of a supply chain management, so the next is some of the process we do to support those management processes. So these are we call enablers or enablers. So process being associated with management of supply chain. These processes include management of business rules, performance, data, resources, facilities, contract, supply chain network management, managing regulatory compliances and risk management. So these are things which keep our supply chain operation running smoothly. After defining all the processes, let's talk about how they are framework, how they are interconnected, or what are the framework level in which is defined in the SCOR model. So these are like three levels. The level 1 is the set scope and the context, geographies, segment and the products. So in the first level in the supply chain, we do that. We define the scope of our supply chain, what is the context, and what are the geographies and segments and the product we are going to deal. And in the second level, we identify major configuration within geographies, segment and product, that how we are going to actually do the work in the to achieve our objective or scope which we have determined in the level 1. So we will make the goods, or we will make and stock, or we will make an order. So all kind of these strategies we are going to decide in this level. Then level 3 will be identify key business activities within a configuration, that what we will going to do in each activity. So this basically, if you see this picture, you can find out all the activities what we do, and then configurations, and then the scope. So this is the basically all these three things at three levels we have to like you can say strategic, and then operational, and then tactical. So these are the things we do in a supply chain management according to this our reference model. So as you can see from this picture, that it is like we see how the processes are done in a supply chain management, which is approved by the supply chain council, is like planning. So we will plan about all the process like source, make, deliver and returns, and then we develop the sourcing strategies, and then production strategies, and then delivering or distribution strategy, and then we have to go take the return. So these are like different things we do at the different things, and different options are available. So these are the set of things when we are going to set our supply chain we can pick from here. So this is like a guideline providing to our managers to develop the things in the sourcing, in making and production and delivering and the returns. Okay, this is another picture showing the complete mappings of the supply chain process with SCOR model. So it is like from M is making and S is sourcing and D is delivering. So if you see this picture, how they are interconnected all these activities or process to complete a supply chain management globally. Okay, after defining the process and their interconnection and how they are framed in a supply chain management, the next thing is the SCOR performance matrix. So what kind of matrix we can develop in our supply chain management according to SCOR model. So these are the performance attribute definition and level 1 metric. So supply chain reliability is the number one performance attribute. So performance of supply chain in delivering the correct product to the correct place, the correct time, in correct condition, and packaging in correct quantity with the correct documentation to the correct customers. So these are the things we measure our reliability. And then if we, number one is that thing is the perfect order fulfillment. Then supply chain responsive, that is the speed at which supply chain provides product to the customers. And order fulfillment cycle time, supply chain flexibility, the agility of a supply chain in responding to the marketplace changes to gain and maintain competitive advantage. This is like upside of supply chain, flexibility, adaptability, and these are the three things we have to check. Then supply chain cost, the cost associated with operating the supply chain, of course that is a major KPI in the supply chain management. Then supply chain management cost and cost of goods sold. And the last one is the supply chain assets management. So effectiveness of a organization in managing assets to support demand satisfaction. This includes the management of all assets, fixed and working capital, and it is like cash to cash cycle time, return on supply chain fixed assets, and return on working capital. So it is like a return on your investment. So these are the some performance metrics which are mentioned in the SCOR model. So I briefly try to narrate them here. Okay, the next part of the SCOR model is the best practices in the supply chain management. The SCOR model defines the best practices as a current, structured, proven, repeatable method of making a positive impact on desired operational results. So current mean they should be not off-dated, means they shouldn't be old, and they should be very clear. They shouldn't be bleeding edge. So it will be very crisp and precise, and they shouldn't be outdated. Like I said, must be updated and established. Then structured, of course, has clearly stated goals, scope, process, and procedure. Then proven, of course, they should be successfully proven that these practices are result is very positive in most of the working environment. Then repeatable, of course, the practices has been proven in multiple environments. Then method used in a very broad sense to indicate the business process, practices, organizational strategy, enabling technology, business relationship, business model, as well as information or knowledge management. So all the methodology should be there regarding related to these areas which I have mentioned. So it should be current, updated, very latest. Then it should be structured. It shouldn't be haphazard, and it should be proven, of course, successfully proven that it could be, and then it should be repeatable in the same situation if it arises again, and then methodology should be there. So these are the best practices SCOR model has suggested for the supply chain managers. Okay, the last is the SCOR people. So key elements of SCOR is people, skills, experience, aptitudes, and training. So these are the things like so the SCOR includes it. This since it's a reference model, so it will tell it tells us that what kind of people we should have hired to run our supply chain management. So SCOR includes a standard that is used for the description of skills that are required, perform, to perform a specific task and to manage those processes. So when we are going to hire it tell us about the job description, about job qualification. These all things are there in our SCORE model. So skills are defined by the training, experiences, aptitudes, competency level. The latter is further divided into 5 widely accepted competency levels. So these are giving us like novice mean new, or doesn't know anything. Then beginner, of course, you just did the degree and you came into the work. And then competent, you are well versed with the doing the work. And then proficiency mean you are super thing, and then you are expert. So these are the different degrees of your expertise or your knowledge in the according to the SCORE now. So you have, when you are interviewing someone, you should see that in what category your candidate falls. So these are the things you have to see. As I have said in the beginning, this model is a reference model, is like a dictionary or encyclopedia for you to see when you are developing a supply chain management, and you take the reference from that model. So I try to explain very briefly. If you have any question, please let me know. I will be glad to answer your any question. And thank you for listening and your time, and see you in my next presentation. And please subscribe my channel if you want to, if you wish. So thank you for your time again.